never been so many hats in a tennis tournament as there have been here in the Australian Open. All 4 semi-finalists in the men's singles wore hats. And the predominant number of players in the tournament did as well. This is a real fear of skin cancer around in Australia, and good to see protection. Becker 1-4.
15.
But Chang, maybe it's just coincidence, is playing a lot better since he discarded his cap. What a shot.
Well, I think very often it's a barometer of Becker's form and his confidence if he can play these little cup drop volleys. And he's done it from the word go. But he's meeting now some resistance from Chang, spurred on, it sounds, by every mother in the crowd, or almost every mother in the crowd. There's quite a big Asian community here too, of course, in Australia particularly, but also here in Melbourne. And Chang's enjoyed his wonders about Chinatown during the fortnight.
Well then, here's a second break point. This time for 5-1. Yes, wouldn't he have loved that? Ease the pressure somewhat.
Certainly would have. The grit, it's almost as if he glues his hands to the racket, and I think sometimes that's part of the problem.
He might lose a little feel.
Yes, it's you're sort of more prepared for, say, the backhand, most people are. And then when it suddenly comes to the forehand, even there, having played that very high shot, that was the shot that he slowed things down against Agassi with. It's almost as if you use one grip for that, and then when you have to play the very next shot forcefully, there's an adjustment that has to be made.
Game, Becker.
And while he's just a breakup, Chang can never feel totally comfortable.
No, particularly the fact that he's serving so poorly. I know he won his last game fairly comfortably, but with his average of first serves below 50%, that's really giving Becker too many bites at the cherry. We pray for a break.
Yes, I think the line judge was unsighted by Chang,
15.
but made the call in the end.
Yes, it was one of those that was quite clearly out, a couple of inches.
Been no disputed calls so far. A couple of looks, but nothing said.
That's love. 40 love.
Okay, that a tap. His 8th ace.
Game Chang. New balls.
177 Ks that. 185 before. He's been up to 195, which is pretty good for Chang.
Chang leads.
But the most important statistic is that he leads now 5-2, third set. So then, Boris Becker comes out to serve to stay in this third set. He leads by 2 sets. Yes, second sign of agitation from Becker. His 7th double, 4 of them in this set. Oh, and look at him follow it in. 3 break points for Chang, 3 set points for Chang. Fair return.
Yes, I think an element of luck in it.
And Becker gave that away. You can see totally distracted, concentrating now on this 4th set. He wasn't bothered. And Chang wins the 3rd set 6-2.
Yes, I think once he saw that a good return was coming, he wasn't bothered, but he will know really that he would like to have started serving in this 4th set, because that would give him a real edge. 1 break and he could win it 6-3, whereas this way around it's that much more of a battle.
He did lose his intensity there, though, throughout that set. He'd been on such a high plateau of form, and he lost it. And how easy will it be for him to regain it? Fourth double.
Yes, how easy will it be for Becker to retain it? I think a lot hinges in this very early part of the match, of the set, and obviously so much depends on Chang.
But he hasn't lost the feel on that.
Little jump that Chang made, that's the sort of jump that we all make. Just trying to encourage the ball to go out.
Fantastic effort, but the volley too good. Chang a little upset that the kiss has been put there.
Yes, well, I suppose he gives so much, and his momentum just is likely to carry him on into this. He could do himself a nasty injury.
Yes, he gets to parts of the court that others seldom see. Big point now. Oh.
Well, he's not only talking to himself, he's shouting at himself, Chang, just as he throws himself at his shots.
Second break point. Oh. Did it curve wide? It might just have got the outside of the line, probably too close to overrule, but a hair's breadth decision.
Yes, I think it just made it.
Whew. 10th ace, break point save, two of them.
I like the way he's closing the face of the racket just a bit more, Chang. Serves better when he does that.
Oh!
Well, it's a whirlwind of frenzy. It's almost as if he uses his racket really as a power adjuster to give himself more thrust.
For once, Becker misses a volley. May well turn out to be a very important game, that one. But there's no doubt that Chang is playing a whole lot better now. The Chang cheerleaders making themselves heard. And why not? He looked as if he was going out in straight sets, almost a humiliation. It's far from that now. And Becker is love one, fourth set. Another extraordinary backhand volley at full stretch.
15.
Yes, I thought the way Chang recovered, as he did, of course, in the first game of the third set. The first games of the third and fourth set have been very, very important. But the way Becker snatched at the final volley of the last game seemed to suggest to me that perhaps just a little doubt now in Becker's mind.
Well, he was virtually error-free in the first set.
Yes, he hasn't done much or any snatching, but it's the resistance fighter here that is just sowing the seeds of doubt, I believe, in Becker's mind.
He's looking distinctly vulnerable for the first time.
Well, lost his last serve to Love.
And with Chang playing as well as he is now, Becker's first serve has never been more important. Yes, it's a shot he's been making, certainly in the last hour.
Yes, it's a shot really that at this stage, in this context, he ought to have made.
Becker's first service percentage isn't exactly rocketing. Scarcely recognizable as the man who came on court 2 hours ago. He really was playing like a god then.
Heavily strapped and well protected. The amount of bouncing on it and running that he does, he needs those. Can't buy a first serve, just one in the game.
The perfectionist at work.
Yes, he's somehow got to find just a bit more rhythm. He often is vulnerable if you quickly come to the backhand side, because he gets caught in between a cupped grip and a much flatter shot.
Well, Becker takes the game, and I think Chang will regard that as a big opportunity missed.
Yes, an opportunity missed, and on the other hand, a bit of an emphasis that he's got the message across to Becker that he's a threat now, because Becker took a lot of pace off his serve just in order to get one first serve in. There's, with Chang serving just a little bit better as well, You can see the little bit of doubts that there are in Becker, the little hesitancy, shake of the head.
Ladies and gentlemen, exclusively the players and fellow spectators, please turn off all mobile phones and pages. Thank you.
Yes, I didn't pick that up, but obviously a mobile phone is one of the problems with modern day life. Fifth double. And now Chang's ahead on aces, 11-10.
Yes, a mobile phone. I mean, if the umpire had decided that it had upset Chang, I'm surprised really that he mightn't have considered a first serve.
And the first stroke of some authority for some time from Becker.
Yes, but noticeable that he wasn't quite as willing and as eager to take the net as he's been for much of the match.
Out.
Oh. Well, it was very close. What a time to overrule. It's break point.
Yes, Chang must have got the signal that this was out, otherwise he might have been a bit more vociferous, and it certainly was.
Yes, and the replay shows what a good call that was from Wayne McEwen. Break point. And Becker's got the break. At last, he's turned the momentum around. No wonder Chang looks upset. What else do you need? A mobile phone, an overrule, and now Becker breaks, and no wonder he's agitated. Sudden change around in momentum. So more words from Michael Chang to Wayne McEwen. Will that fire him up even more? The match looked to be going inexorably his way. Becker's slowly falling off that pedestal of high form, set by set. But now he's back in front in a set. 2-1 he leads. 2 sets to 1-2. Crushing serve.
13-15.
Becker's first service percentage still below 50%, 49. This is through the first 3 sets. Chang 45%. Becker slightly less authoritative on his serve now. 83% of first serves when they're in, he wins the point. Chang up to 79. So all the time it was closing, but then we had the break. Oh, yes. Incredible play from Chang. Look at that.
He's taken his alter ego onto court with him. There are 2 people playing Becker here. There's Michael Chang and then there's Michael Chang. And there almost needs to be. Wonderful resistance from Becker.
Thank you.
Oh. 11th ace. And he needed to slap Chang down right then. Yes, good enough. Becker serve comes to his aid, with Chang looking inspired.
It's 3-1.
Yes, it's amazing how these players can summon up the strength and just the breath after a pretty exhausting rally, it seems. Becker comes up with a big ace and seems really pretty unflustered.
So 1-3. That backhand volley has been a revelation.
Yes, we're going back to the first set here with Chang serve out of sync and Becker's backhand volley. Well, it's been totally in sync from the word go.
A little hot-headed.
Yes, and of course when the pressures pile, because whilst we notice that Becker seems to be back where he was early on, Chang of course will get that same feeling. So it's almost as if he's got a mountain opposite him and he's got to remove him somehow.
Oh, no!
14.
3 break points for Becker, and surely the match if he can pick up one of these 3, and Chang has only got himself to blame. Twice Becker buried, and he's put it out.
Yes, that's almost suicide. Well, I expected him to play that rally really with a bit more circumspection. You think of the many wasted opportunities there have been.
So 14.
Well, he's going for it again, going for everything. 2 break points saved. Here's the third.
And he's a virtual match point.
Deuce.
I wonder if some sweat got in his eye or something, because it was inexplicable that.
Not only in his eye, but also in his hand. All over the place.
Yes. Oh. Well, it's all Chang at the moment. Winners, errors, the whole caboodle.
And of course the support for him will not waver as long as he can show this sort of fight, this sort of stomach.
Quite amazing game. The worst of Chang and the best.
Becker leads 3-2.
But he's still in touch. Becker still a break up, but it might well have been the very end for Chang there.